Hello everyone, and today we're going to be talking about how teddy bears speak. And before you say, oh, they haven't got any vocal cords, well spotted, um, let me assure you that there are several ways that you can understand how your bear is speaking to you or what they're saying. So I've got this rather large bear here who is perfect for understanding posture or position of the bear, which will be one way that they can communicate to you. So Oso is now going to demonstrate. He's very good at being very floppy. And yeah, very good, Oso. You're very floppy there. Yeah. He just sort of he just kind of got that. And he usually ends up with one arm over. Yeah, because he loves cuddles. But this particular bear, he is a type of bear called a bear who. Now, they are actually the most common type of bear that you will find in the bear dimension. So there's a little fun fact for you. Bear whoos are pretty simple creatures. So it's quite likely that you will have a bear who at home. Am I a simple creature, Mummy? Yeah. He didn't hear any of that. When I talk, all he hears is cuddle, 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 cuddle in his head. He translates that to cuddle. If I mention the word cuddle, oh, cuddle, 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 do you see? Look at that. Do you see? Huh. He's perked up because really Oso's world just revolves around cuddle. So his posture is probably going to tell us that he wants a cuddle. But you may have other bears who are a different type of bear who, you put them down and they end up in a particular position. And that will tell you something about the bear. So, 1 second while I put him down. For example, this little bear here, isn't he lovely? His posture is not really going to tell you a lot, is it? Doesn't really matter what you do there. He's not really telling you much, but his little face is another story. So that's come to method number 2. It's look into the little glass eyes. And I do tend to prefer glass eyes to sewn eyes for, seeing life. I think you're more likely to see life. It doesn't mean there isn't any in the sewn eyes, but look at that. Mustardo is about to demonstrate how your bear might be speaking to you. Come on, Mustardo. What am I supposed to do, Mummy? No, just improvise. Look at that. Do you see? Actually, that's not really worked because he was so pleased at being on camera. I think he was looking happy. Mustardo, you failed, I'm afraid. This should be how to manipulate your bear into doing the right thing on camera. We can cover that in another video. Look unhappy. Yeah, you see, less happy? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just told him that he was wrong. He didn't do it right. He didn't really like that very much. Mummy's very sorry. She shouldn't have done that. And yeah, he's not very pleased with me, as you can see. So there is a brilliant example. Do you see how now he's looking a bit reproachful? Now, Mummy, how could you use me for your own ends? Now I feel terrible. But do you see, you have helped people, Mustardo. Now it's time to look happy. Yeah, you've helped people, haven't you? Because they've been able to see, through your expressions, how teddy bears can communicate with us. So that's great. And we've got one more method that you might want to try, which is Miss Penelope Lemon Biscuit here. She has got very expressive fur. So fur is your third method. Look at that. I think it's sort of kind of a bit frantic, a bit chaotic, a bit like Penelope really. She's not chaotic exactly, but she's full of life, full of fun. And can you let's have a look now, take note now of the expression and the fur. So the fur's a little bit everywhere. And she's she's demonstrating because she knows what to do. She's very advanced. She's trying to help me. So she's gazing off into the distance. thinking beautiful thoughts, no doubt, but thinking many thoughts, because all of this. Thank you, Penelope. That was an excellent example for everyone. Yeah, I know. She's pleased with herself. Look at that. You see? On camera, live on camera. I hope you've been taking notes. So there you've got posture, you've got looking in the eyes, and you've got fur. 3 ways that you can tell how a bear is communicating. But there is a further way that you might not have thought of. Back to them not having vocal cords, but you do. So there's no reason you can't give them a voice. Now you'll say to me, oh yes, but you see, I'm just making it up. That's not teddy bear communicating. That's me going, hello, I'm Penelope and I would like a sandwich, please. I did just make that up. Right. Okay. But the fact is, have you ever been inspired? You've seen your bear sitting on the bed and you've gone, oh, look at him, he wants a cigarette. I never think that. But, you know, if you are a smoker, you might think something like that, or you might think, oh, he's bored, or she's bored. Most of my bears are he's, to be fair, so I tend to say he. Sorry, Penelope. She is the latest bear to the family, and we finally have a she, which is very exciting. So you can give your bear voice. When you look at your bear, to suddenly give them a voice and go, I don't like it in here. It's too dark. I want to go out. I want some chips. Whatever it is. Now, you might think that's you making it up. But I beg to differ. I think that that's you reading the bear's energy just naturally, unconsciously, picking it up and then just translating it through your own vocal cords. So, do bears have vocal cords? Not really, but you do. And so you can and should speak for them because it's a lot of fun, isn't it, Penelope? Yes, mummy. See? But that isn't all you can do. Children will do it naturally, as I'm sure you've noticed. Adults will do it a little bit more on the quiet, usually, behind closed doors, unless you're me. You might have noticed that when you give a bear a voice, it suits the bear. It's quite rare that you'll give a bear a voice that kind of doesn't really suit it. So Penelope, if she had a really deep voice. No, if it really suits her, does it? No, mummy. See what I mean? We've got various bears with voices around here. She's got a little voice. It's a little bit higher with being a girl. You know, she has to stand out from all the males. So, oh, we've got Oso. He's got a voice like this. And I've got other bears who've got little voices like this. And I sound a little bit cross. There you go. So you see how teddy bears can talk to you in so many different ways. So I hope that you will look again at your bears at home and think about how you make them speak. If you don't make them speak, perhaps you should start. And if you do make them speak, but you're embarrassed about it, don't be. Everyone should do it because it's fun. And teddy bears actually have a lot to say. And now that you understand how to communicate with your bears, you can think about getting to know them. And we'll cover that in the next video.